bright and early, 7:30, very excited. Thank you, Reverend Smith. As he said, my name is Jaime Burke, and I am the project coordinator for the Dublin ACT Coalition. And this morning, I just want to share a little bit with all of you about what it is that we do within the Dublin community, who is involved, and share some of the highlights of the things that we've been able to accomplish in just a few short years since organizing. And I know there are some folks in the room who I'm very familiar with, who are volunteers with our coalition and wonderful community supporters, so thank you to all of those folks who I can see. And for those of you who aren't familiar, I hope you walk away today with a little bit more knowledge about what it is that we're doing, in the hopes that you'll share this with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, whoever is in your various circles in your everyday lives. And then I hope that some of you might also be compelled to move forward, take a step further, and get involved with our coalition, whether it be attending our bi-monthly meetings or just joining us for some of our events, our projects, and programs that we hold throughout the year. So, just really quickly, this is the vision and mission of the Dublin ACT Coalition. As Reverend Smith said, our main purpose is to prevent and reduce youth substance use. We have some funding support, and this may take on a life of its own, so I may have to go back really quickly. This is sort of how we receive our funds to move forward and engage in some of our projects. In 2008, the Dublin ACT Coalition was formed. And it really wasn't called Dublin ACT just yet, but it was a group of folks who said, we're concerned about underage drinking in the Dublin community, and we need to mobilize and get some key leaders at the table and see what can we be doing together to make a difference. They wrote for a small grant that was tied to the Surgeon General's call to action regarding underage drinking, and that really got the wheels turning. And they decided we need some funding to do some really cool stuff, because we've got youth at the table, we've got the city at the table, we've got the schools at the table, all these great key leaders. We can do more. And so in 2010, they wrote to receive a drug-free community support grant. And that is provided via federal funds through the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, so SAMHSA, if you ever hear that, and a joint project with ONDCP, the Office of National Drug Control Policy. And what's exciting about that funding stream is that we receive funds for 5 years, $125,000 per year, to provide prevention programming and projects in the city of Dublin, specifically with those who are involved with the Dublin School District. That's our target population, and that covers youth and adults, so we're targeting parents as well with information. After 5 years, so in 2015, we will be able to apply again for another 5-year cycle. Another set of funds that we have received 3 times now, and we're very, very proud of, is tied to the Cardinal Health Foundation. They provide grants to local communities where Cardinal Health facilities exist to provide prescription drug-specific information and education. Really exciting program, really fortunate to have them in this community. And what's exciting about this grant as well is that they are partnering with OSU and the School of Pharmacology to do research and make sure that all of what we're doing is evidence-based. And then we're putting out quality programs. And they've developed a whole series of toolkits and programs called Generation RX. So if you ever hear that, that's sort of who is involved in that project, or those various projects, I should say. And you can also look those up online because they do have some toolkits for businesses to use and implement some information with employees. And then they have youth, adult, and older adult programs as well. We receive numerous in-kind donations as well. We're very fortunate. Dublin is a very giving community, and they understand the value of prevention. And that is really a point of pride in being involved in this program, this coalition. When I attend other community events or attend other trainings, it's interesting some of the questions we receive about support. And is it hard? Is it easy? And it's always so nice to be able to say that, no, Dublin understands prevention, and they want to invest in the youth that live in this community. So a big thank you to all of you, whether you're directly involved or not. I'm sure you've played a part in it in some way, shape, or form.